called God on This Mountain. And it's had a lot of meaning for me. Because it reminds me that God is there. The same God is there. Through the good times and the bad. Yeah, it's easier when it's the good. But it seems we don't remember all the good to thank Him for. And I'm guilty of that. I'm human. Anyway, just this song and a little testimony here with it. This past holiday season has been very stressful for me and my family. Now, I'm not sharing this with you so you'll feel sorry for me or my family. I'm sharing this with you because God has laid it on my heart to share it. So, just remember that and take it to your heart. My stepmother on November 18th, 2012, Pat Snyder, had massive heart attacks. And I say because she coded on us 5 times. She should not be here, but she is. Because God had His hand in it, and His arms around her. From the time she left the ambulance at the house until the time, well, He's still with her. And I know He had His hand around her, His arms around her, because each time that she coded, the right medical people were there. She didn't go without oxygen. So for the most part, she doesn't have much damage that way. And we're thankful for that, and we thank God for that every day. But I'll never forget that night. The doctor came out and told my dad she had coded. This was the first time. He said, I brought her back. But you could tell by the look in his eyes, his face, it wasn't good. I remember hitting my knees on the bathroom floor of the hospital and praying, dear God, don't take them all from us. And you know, He listened. He didn't. And I thank Him for that every day. I thank Him for the sunrises. I thank Him for the time I get to spend with family. You know, you gotta watch what you ask for God, because I remember Ma saying, I just want our family together for Thanksgiving. Well, you know what? I call her my Thanksgiving miracle because 2 days before Thanksgiving, her family was around her at her bedside, holding hands, holding her, and thanking God that she was coming back with us because she was coming out of a coma. And the doctors and the nurses were like, this should not be happening like this. She's one lucky woman. And my dad told that doctor, luck had nothing to do with it. God was on her side. And she'll tell you God was with her. And still is. Well, then at Christmas, my stepbrother, my mom had said, I want my family together at Christmas. On Christmas Day, they found my stepbrother had committed suicide. At 3 o'clock, we were all supposed to be at Mom's. We were all, except one sister who was out of town, was at my mom's for Christmas. You see, God has a way of waking you up. And I thank Him for that. we found a blessing. You have to find a blessing in everything. And it's pulled our family closer. Both sides, my dad and my mom, were both closer because of what's happened. And we're all closer to God. I remember calling Nancy. That day, my mom called at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas and said, "We're not going to have Christmas because they just found Donnie had committed suicide." I called Nancy, and she said a prayer. "Dear God, please don't let this family be angry at you." I'll never forget that. And we're not. We're thankful that we are pulling together. We're getting closer. This song is a huge reminder for me that He's always with me. I mean, I know that, but now I know that. I got to see miracles work. You don't see that every day. Well, you do, but you take for granted. And like I said, I didn't share this with you for you to feel sorry for me or my family. But to get a blessing, thank God for every blessing you can get. And this song's called "God on This Mountain." Life is easy when you're up on the mountain, and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But then things change when you're down in the valley. But don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God of the night. You talk of faith when you're up on the mountain. The talk comes easy when life's at its best. But it's down in the valley of trials and temptation, that's when your faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, oh, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God of the night. The God of the day is still